All right, so we're going to get back into the Love Bites auditions. So here we got a third one. Thank you, Matt, for shooting this over to me. If you guys have any more, send it to us in Discord under the Love Bites tab. Here's the next one.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, listen to that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Right with the drums. Hold on. Let me rewind that. I got to hear that shred thing again. Fuck yeah, man. Killing it. Killing it, dude. Almost as good as my audition.
Bro!
Wow. Fucking
That was
wow. Anastasia, you go first.
Fuck. So I'm not even gonna talk about the guitar because
Sorry.
it was fucking amazing, and I'll let you guys talk about guitar since you understand it better. I just want to talk about the whole thing as a whole. Like that's exactly what I was talking about. Like you can see him really rocking to it. You can see him actually performing and actually like being on stage, even though he's in the room. I love the whole like, he's obviously in the studio. I love that it's all kind of black and white. At least it's on my screen. It is. I love the whole, it's like the whole thing together. Like bass, fantastic. You guys can talk about this, but literally everything that I've been was talking about for the previous two editions, like it's there. Like he took it seriously. He performed. He like, the head bang to it, it's nicely done. The video is nice. The sound is like literally everything is there.
I agree. Yeah. So what do you rate it? What's your rating?
I don't like giving 10s to people, but I'll give this 10.
All right, so we got 10. Wow. Okay, now we're gonna go to Wave. Wave, go ahead and give your rating.
Bro, there's really nice movement, like the things Champ was talking about before, of having some bass movement before, like leading into different parts. It was just on another level. The quality was good. I mean, I have to give it a 10 because I gave the other guy a 9. And like this guy's a pro. He's one with his instrument. He's got the sick headbanging hair, the John Mayung vibe. It was very pro. So
10. What do you give it? 10? All right, we got a 10. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say something about this. So I would say a 9, but I mean, I'm almost at a 10 also. So I want to make a point about this. So something for me that really stuck with me is he's with the drums. He's with the drums. He actually was very similar to the first person, which was, I can't remember, Carlos. Very similar to Carlos's riff, but with a lot extra. And he was following the drums, though. That's the difference right there. He was following the drums where Carlos was following the guitar, and that's where Carlos can make the improvement in his playing. That's a perfect example. And at the same time, he did the thing, which I'm sure Champ's going to mention, he did the Misa thing, right? Where he did his fills, he added in there, and then but the thing is, he always landed on that kick. And that's what I really look for with bass is like if they're landing it on the kick or they're doing the accents with the snare and the fills and following those. And I heard that. Even though there's not a lot of fills in there, I can see him being able to follow With Love Bites perfectly when it comes to those things. That's why I give him a 9. I give him a 9 because I'm going to knock him for tone just a little bit. There's some little perfections I think could have been done with the EQ and the mids. Like we call them the bass mids. There's like the regular mids for guitars or bass mids. I think it was up just a little bit. It would have been perfect. But that is normally the typical sound for power metal style. So I think in the overall Love Bites, if they do continue going their power metal routes, it will work out perfect. And that's just my opinion to it. But I mean, I'm almost a 10 also because it was just really fucking well done. Maybe a little too many shredding. Maybe, make it shine. Don't do it the entire time. Maybe there's a little too much.
It is Love Bites though.
But it's Love Bites. But when you listen to Love Bites, as a bassist, you got to hold it down and you need to know when to play. I do think there's something to be said about having a breath of air and shining when you need to, and but I understand this isn't an audition, so you got to show what you got. You got to give everything. You got to show that you have the skills. And I think he really showed that he had a skill. So shout out to Sakamoto, by the way. Let's go ahead and drop him a sub. Make sure you drop him a 1. He definitely has like the most views out of it. You can see why. Go support this man. Drop him a subscribe on his channel for just doing this. That's amazing. Somebody mentioned that he is from Japan. That's really cool. And I liked it. I liked it overall.
Logistics.
And I'm really critiquing. Like, that's me being very critical. I would hire the man in a heartbeat.
I'm going to be probably the most critical here. The dude from a talent level is a 10 out of 10. From a song structuring. Okay, so let me talk about the things I really liked first. He did exactly what I wanted the first guy to do, which Wave brought up earlier, which was on the 4th bar of the verse. He came in a couple measures early, and kind of did his little down the scale into the riff. Okay. So stuff like that adds the creativity. He also added, I believe on like the 3rd bar of that, he came in with a note early on the da-dum-dum part also, which I think those little things really enhance. After the chorus came the first time, he went into like his first serious sort of like just a regular kind of playing the rhythm of the song thing. And I loved when he jumped up an octave on the second line of that to start the second line higher than the first line started. Stuff like that was really, really good. Okay. The part where I'm going to be a little bit critical is the fact that this is a bass audition. And as much as, yes, you want to show off your skills, the most important thing that you could do in this situation is show off how well you can work with the rest of the band. And I think that he went a little too shred happy, like Alan brought up, during the solo part, where it was like at the end of the solo, it transitioned so beautifully into what he was going to do, into that little transition do riff that happens in there. And it wouldn't have sounded as good if he wasn't shredding a little bit beforehand. But I think he could have cut out about half of that shredding part so that Love Bites could see it and go, he's willing to allow our guitarist to shine in the parts where the guitarists need to shine, rather than him taking a little bit of the spotlight, which I don't think they would necessarily want. You might want to add parts like that in parts that are not the guitarist solo on, maybe a part where the guitarists are taking it down a notch is where you want to go a little bit heavier on the bass to be a little bit more focused on, featured on. So I think that he's awesome and it sounded really good. I'm just not sure that it was perfect for an audition, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was given an opportunity, based on his skill level.
What's your rating?
I give it a 9. 8.59, 8.75.
For more brilliant insight like you just witnessed, be sure to subscribe to Gaijin Guys and turn on notifications so you can be part of the live stream every Sunday. And also, what did Wave have me say? You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find more exclusive content and reactions on Patreon. See you there.